Good morning, Rising Vibes. I'm at my spot again. Um, been having a lot of nightmares lately, but I know that it's got meaning behind it. I will let y'all know as soon as I figure out the meaning behind it. Gotta meditate on it. That's what I do out here. The sun is behind all these lovely clouds. Oh, look, some beautiful birds. But rain is a beautiful thing too. So, music. I want to discuss music. All of us love to rock out to stuff. And if you guys know me, then you already know that me personally, I like to rock out to like songs when I'm upset. Like if a guy cheats on me, then I would be rocking out, Before He Cheats by Kelly Clarkson. Um, you know, if I'm really mad at somebody, be like, I hate everything about you, why do I love you type thing. But I've learned something and it has been hard, but I think I've got it. But if you listen to music that takes your vibrations down, that makes you upset, that you're crying to after you listen to it, don't listen to it. And then watch out, because when you sing the words to a song, you actually start to feel that way. For a little bit there during my breakup, with my twin flame. So if you have a twin flame or you know about a twin flame relationship, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it's intense. Anyways, I started listening to songs like, Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. First song that just popped in my head. But anyways, I would listen to like Baby Come Back. You can blame it all on me. Shit like that. Um, Actually, I love that song. No, I don't think that would lower your vibrations. It seems to have a good vibration sequency, because, it's kind of hard to not like to sing that song. So, but it would be songs like, Unbreak My Heart, uh, Don't Leave Me Lonely, songs like that. But I started to learn to love myself. And once I learned how to love myself, I don't need anybody else to tell me they love me. I started to forgive my enemies. Everything just started to fall into place. Like, I learned how to love doing what I used to do, like sitting out here. Even though you always have the background noises from the city, if you drown them out, you could hear the birds chirping, you could hear the wind, you could see the cattails moving. I mean, it's beautiful. But if you concentrate on the other sounds, yeah, not so beautiful. Unless you make a beat out of like da 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 da. But once you become your greatest friend, and you don't really need anybody else's approval. Like, you're happy with yourself and you're happy with your environment, and you start to look at your situation in a totally different way. Like, my situation right now is I'm living with my mom. Yeah. We didn't have the greatest relationship when I was growing up, but now we have a good relationship. She's amazing with my kids, and that's all that matters. Well, I was looking at it like, I need to get out. I need to get my own place. I need to get away. I have too many emotions happening at once, being empathic, and like, I don't know what to feel. I'm kind of like lost. And so I started meditating, and I started to try to look at the positives of this entire situation. My kids are happy. That is all that matters. But I gotta be happy too. Because if I'm not happy, it doesn't matter if my kids are happy, they won't be happy with me. And if you love your kids, you want them to respect you and have that love for you. And you have to also have that tough love, which is rough. But the only one that's not exactly thrilled to be at her mama's house is me. But I got to take every opportunity, and this is giving me a time to focus on myself and focus on the beauty around me. Like, those are one of my best friend, Brittany Chapman. Hey, Rachel. Sunflowers, she loves them. So those are for you. Sit here with me always. You know, that's how I look at it. The ones I love, they don't detach. You know, they attach and they hold on and they love you and you love them, but not in the way that Hollywood performs it, of course. But you start to realize that you're never actually alone. Like, I'm sitting right here and I see the sunflowers and I think of Brittany. I think of my soulmate Keenan. I always think of my twin flame. Because, hey, everything, like some stuff I'll do or some stuff I'll say will remind me of him or how he reacted to it. And it brings a smile because he was my best friend for 7 years. And I ended up falling in love with him and denying it forever. But it wasn't the kind of love that, like, ooh, I have to hold him, I have to kiss him, I have to be with him every second of every time. No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. Both of you are so free-spirited and outgoing, and so to be around each other too long almost holds you back from your full potential. But you still feel like they're right there. Like some random guy could walk up to me and he'd ask for my phone number, and I'd look to my left because for some odd reason I always felt like Nathan would be right there. I was like, I have this. No. And even when we were splitting up, like, I was hurt. I was hurt. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's true love. It's gonna hurt. That's why they said love hurts. It does. It really hurts. But I had people hitting me up left and right. I mean, just coming out of the woodworks. Like, hey, you're a damn good woman. I could be your man, I'd give you anything that you wanted. You would be my knight and shining star, and all this other bullshit. Sorry to call it bullshit, but you got to be honest with yourself and speak what you feel and quit trying to filter everything. Like, you'll do what I did and drive yourself insane. And all my friends think I'm insane. It's just because I'm different. Like, I am the friend that'll show up at your doorstep and be like, you coming? You'd be like, where are we going? Road trip, man. Like, we're going on a road trip. Bye, let's go. And they're always like, come on, think realistic. Like, really? Really? You're just gonna take out? Yeah. But we don't have nothing. Where are we going? We're gonna go camping. Do we have a tent? Do we have what? Like, we've got a car. So if it gets cold, sleep inside. You got a jacket? Use it as a blanket. Like, we got this. That is me. And I've always been like the optimist. But I have like kind of like a Gemini personality, but I'm an Aquarius. Which I guess, we're the water baron. We create all. I'm just kidding. But we have traits from different kinds, due to our star charts and stuff like that. I'm just learning about that stuff. It is amazingly accurate. And then numerology, of course, if you guys know anything about numerology, then you would understand it is amazing. My numerology number is 8. That's my path number. There's more for each individual thing, but my path number's 8. And so it explains my personality: outgoing, spontaneous, shoots extremely high, shoots for big goals, loves deep, but also hurts deep too. Like, there's no middle ground. Like, you can't just like love this person and then bam, you despise them, all their being. No. I love deep, and so when my heart gets broken, I hurt deep. But as long as I come back, meditate, and sit on my lovely little rocks, I don't really care what people think of me, because I am being the real me, the outgoing, optimistic, positive me. And I love coming here. I used to sit more when the water, would come down. If you've ever been to a creek. No, there's some cute little doggies playing. Sorry, I'm still trying to fit in with nature, but I would go and I'd sit there and the water would just come up and over, and I would just stick my hand in the water, kind of like, I guess, if you were surfing and you touch the water, like you see it going over. I loved it. I love to be able to just sit right there and watch the water for hours and hear the sounds. And then when it would snow, I would skate on the ice. And I got saved by my ultimate first best friend, Amy H. We have a crazy, situation, but she will always be my best friend. She was my best friend when I was little, and something really bad happened, and we no longer talked to each other because we didn't want to remember the situation. Or I believe that, it's mutual, like, we want that connection back, but there was a barrier we have to break down. And it's hard to break down. It's hard to get over something traumatic that happens to you. But once you do, oh my gosh, do you feel free? Like, fun-loving, outgoing Amy. Just, that's me. This is the me that people growing up with me remembered, unless I got my heart broke. Then I was a very dark, depressed, vindictive, evil me. No, not really. I wasn't evil. I definitely wanted to play the role just because I wanted to seem strong. But I seem stronger when I'm not evil. I mean, like the universe is in my favor. You'll trip before you get to me, Like, I hope so. I hope you, universe, love you. No. Seriously, once you produce so much positive energy, you actually start to learn that you can control the energy around you, and you don't get put in situations you usually would, which only you are the one that's doing this. Nobody else could do it for you. Nobody else could do the walk for you. They can't hold your hand and be like, okay, guide me. How do you want me to guide you when I'm going through this myself? I can tell you what I've learned and try to help you along the way, but we're in the same boat, and so two blind can't lead this boat. And so then you guys go and you get your eyesight, and now you can see, and now you could travel together. But you can't do it together. You're never alone, because you take a piece of everybody. Brittany, I think of everybody that I love. Everybody that I love is here with me, looking and admiring the beautiful nature, even though they're not here. You connect with souls, with people. Like, you connect your abilities to each other, And so you'll say some stuff and you'll be like, wow, I just sounded like so and so. Or you'll say something else and, you know, it makes you think of someone else. You connecting with souls, and as long as you don't literally burn those bridges, you will always have that connection with them. And when people pass on, they're still here. I don't know how to explain it, but they're not in the material realm. They're in the spiritual realm, but all the realms almost hourglass themselves. Like, you put an hourglass above, and you don't get to see how the transformation comes to play. You get to see the before and then the after effect. You don't get to see the through the transformation because it travels faster than our speed of light. That's pretty much kind of how it is with the realms. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know that part, so I figured I'd share the knowledge. And if anybody, anybody wants to share the knowledge, look at the beautiful duck over there. Everybody thinks that, you have to stay one track minded. That's one thing about me that I've always been. You don't have to, as long as you're paying attention to the Matrix so they don't lock you up in a mental institution, all because you realize that you're not from here. Like, you didn't get dropped off in a spaceship. Sorry. But did your ancestors? You don't know. So if you can't sit here and tell me like that for a fact, then why sit here and tell somebody else they're wrong? Well, that is going to wrap it up for my crazy session on my rock. Enjoying the beautiful parts of Colorado. I know you guys are probably wondering why you're still seeing the same spot. Because sometimes you just gotta sit down and sit still and figure out where your next stop is gonna be. All right, be well, be healthy, good rising vibes your way.